Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Code Realize, Guardian of Rebirth. And in the last episode, we were doing one of the extra bad endings. But, that episode, I accidentally went on way too long, so I had to, stop during that. And so we're gonna finish reading this little dead end here, and then we'll get back on track with the main storyline. Trying to get the good ending, but I think I was told that I have to do the normal ending first, and then I can go back to do this thing in the extras so I can get the good ending, or the true ending as it's called. So anyway, let's finish off this little dead end here, and then we'll get back into the meat. Alright, you can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. I suddenly hear footsteps approaching, crunching through the grass. A young woman approaches me. I'm too shocked by the change in scenery to step out of her way. Oh. She walks right into me. But then she simply passes through my body. I'm surprised by this impossibility and turn around hastily. The woman keeps walking, completely oblivious to what had just happened. I'm a ghost. Am I a ghost? I just said you were. I finally realize the reason everything feels so wrong. I can't feel the weight of myself standing on the ground. I can't feel the wind brushing against my skin. I can't feel anything. What does it all mean? Is this a dream? My mind is too clear for it to be a dream.
I'm considering joining the Royal Society.
As I stand there in thought, I hear a man's voice. I've heard that voice before. It's a bit lighter and gentler than the voice in my memory. A man is standing in front of the woman who had walked through me.
I want to pursue a new path for science. I'm going to do away with the wall between magic and science, bringing them together. I know it will be very difficult.
I'm guessing this is her father then in the past. Wait, so...
But if I'm successful, I would like to bring you to London with me. So, I want you to wait for me. I promise to come back for you. Why are you laughing?
It's nothing. That wasn't the best speech you've ever given. She smiles gently. But it's fine, and very like you.
Then...
It's all right. I'll wait as long as you want, Isaac. Isaac. I see. This must be inside Isaac's memory. I've been absorbed into his mind. It only makes sense, then, that I would be able to see his memories like this. As I become more aware of the situation, I begin to hear a ringing noise. Then, I blink, and in an instant the scenery around me has changed again. This is a cold, sad story. A story about how a man came to be consumed by fate. Once Isaac arrived in London, his talents were quickly brought to light by his time in the Royal Society. He was able to create effective uses for materials that had previously been deemed worthless. He developed cures for diseases said to be incurable. He continued stirring up the scientific community through his discoveries and inventions, all at a young age. However, even while he found immense success, he never let himself be blinded by pride. He never forgot to work hard and to be kind, and was a pious man who worshipped God on his days off. That was the fundamental core of who Isaac Beckford was as a young man. That is why so many loved him, even as they feared him. Eventually, his talent and character were brought to the attention of the nation. As promised, he sent word to the woman waiting for him in the countryside, and they had a humble wedding. The two looked immensely happy, as they vowed their eternal love to one another in modest formal wear. Isaac was promised a comfortable life, recognized by the government. But one day Isaac abandons this life. He had contributed enough to the advancement of science. If he were to stay any longer, he would become a hindrance, holding back the aspirations of other scholars. Science needs more than just a single genius to help raise the world. It needs the cooperation of all manner of minds. Isaac places his faith in the growth of his colleagues and decides that he himself will help those who are closest to him. He comes to this decision when he and his wife welcome twins to their family. He leaves the Royal Society behind, though he is still sought after by many. His new place of residence is a famine-stricken village. Isaac continues using his own research to save the villagers. He works tirelessly to change the quality of life for those in the village. His wife was understanding of his work, and his children, Cardia and Finis, were both healthy and growing. His research comes to fruition, and the village slowly recovers. The villagers see Isaac as a savior and thank him from the bottom of their hearts. Compared to London, life here is far less comfortable. Still, everyone looks happy. All is going well. At least, it does on the surface. 2 years into his life in the village, the gears begin to spin out of control. The famine returns, especially hard, and even Isaac is unable to resolve the food shortage. The villagers who had become completely reliant on Isaac at this point were confused that he could not fix the problem. Claims began to surface that he had been using the devil's tricks to forcibly increase the previous year's harvests. That would explain why God is angry now and is punishing this village. They begin to blame Isaac for the famine. But Isaac hadn't given up. He tries desperately to find a way to ease the famine and gave up his personal fortune to devote himself to research. He never realizes that the villagers' suspicions were coming to a head. That day, Isaac has gone back to London to get a hold of some documents for his research. He gets what he needs and returns home, even more motivated to make things work. But when he returns home, only tragedy awaits. The smell of iron is so strong, it's suffocating. His family lies in pools of blood on the floor. His wife has suffered a countless number of stab wounds. The twins are badly burned. His children cry out in pain, and his wife is barely breathing.
I'm surprised they're alive at all.
But they're still just barely alive. If they can receive the proper treatment, they might still survive. He rushes out, asking one of his neighbors to lend him a horse. However,
Please, I need a horse. My wife and children are dying. There's not much time. Please, please, someone help me. Someone.
His pleas fall on deaf ears. Some even try to send him away by throwing rocks at him. He continues to plead with them, even while being pelted with stones. But it all comes to nothing. His wife eventually stops breathing, and his children's cries cease.
How could this happen?
He doesn't understand what went wrong. Did he choose the wrong day to leave home? Or, even before that, had it been a mistake to try to use the power of science to save others? His mind is filled with regret and anger. He continues to rage for some time. After that night, Isaac Beckford is a changed man. He returns to the Royal Society and once again devotes himself to the advancement of science. His theories and techniques get sharper, and nobody other than Isaac himself is able to keep up with his grand ideals. The great Isaac Beckford has gone mad. Rumors about him begin to fly. Isaac himself ignores them, not caring if his work is misunderstood by lesser minds. The noble and kind man he had once been is nowhere to be seen. As he pursues and masters every known area of study, he increasingly laments the foolishness of mankind. No matter how many miracles of science he can demonstrate, no matter how much he advances their lives, everything he does goes to waste because of the people who utilize it. Humans who are responsible for the progress of science are incapable of keeping up with its growth. If that's the case,
I should just create a new world.
He begins to plot, scheming how to revolutionize the world. Humanity must leave the hands of a god who has stood by idly and start walking on their own. Code Realize. That is the name of his operation to bring his ideals to life. An unending evolution of science fueled by eternal war. But this, it's a forged goal, created as a result of looking away from his true intentions. What he really wants. A dream? I wake up and find myself in a familiar room. I'm sitting in my seat in the center of the room as usual. I feel like I've been having a very strange dream, a very sad and frightening dream. There's no use in getting caught up thinking about dreams. I should get up now. Get up? For what? Waking up won't change anything. I'll just be here, doing nothing, waiting for Father to return to me here. There's no reason for me to wake up. I should go back to sleep. As far as I know, I should have been asleep all this time, but my mind and body are both strangely exhausted. I wonder why. I know I'm a monster and that I'm filled with poison, but I don't want to think about it anymore. It's just as Father said. I should stay here, alone. I shouldn't seek love. That way, I won't have to endure anything that might hurt me. As long as I shut myself in here, I won't hurt anyone, and I won't be hurt. So, I won't.
Now, let's enter sleep together, sister. This is our happiness.
I hear a gentle voice from somewhere. It's soothing, almost like a lullaby drawing me in. Yes. We'll be together, always. I think that I see someone's face float up in the darkness. Goodbye. I don't resist as I fall into a gentle sleep. In the end, a single tear rolls down my cheek.
That was a really long extra ending. Okay, so stay strong, Cardia.
I won't give up.
What?
I know all too well that I shouldn't exist, but I don't want to give up on this life that Lupin saved for me. That's why I decided that until the very end, until all hope is truly lost, I will continue to fight back.
No, you no longer have any freedom.
Wait. Okay, I can't skip it. I tried to resist, but at the next moment... I'm entangled by an enormous wire web and lifted high into the air. Okay, now it's letting me skip. Okay, we skipped the backstory that we just watched. And now, instead of going back to sleep, she heard somebody knock at the door. Who could it be? To come visit me all the way here? Could it be someone from the outside? Stop it. I'm just so tired. Please don't wake me. Please don't let me hurt you. If I sleep here, I'll never wake up. So just let me...
Are you sure that's what you want?
The voice I hear is strange. I know it's coming from beyond the door, but it sounds so close.
Is that really what you desire?
Yes, I want this. This way, no one will ever get hurt.
You're lying, idiot!
I look up as the voice suddenly becomes harsh.
That's not what you want. It's just your sense of duty speaking. You desire something different, don't you?
But...
Listen here, my lady. There is only one answer I want to hear from you. Tell me the wish you truly want fulfilled.
A wish. The word makes my heart restless. I feel like someone said something similar to me long ago. What was it? Telling you my wish won't solve anything.
But it must be said aloud if anything is going to happen. Not to worry, my lady. No matter how wild your wish may be, I'll make it come true. There is nothing that the world's greatest thief cannot steal. Say it loud and clear, Cardia. I'm always ready to take your hand.
That's right. How could I have forgotten? His name... Lupin! My wish. I want to see you. I want to touch you.
Your wish is my command, my beautiful mademoiselle. I swear by the name of Arsene Lupin that I will make that wish come true.
The doors open and light shines into the darkness. I extend my hand and someone I can't see takes it firmly.
Yay! Don't tell me he was wearing a bulletproof vest. That all the shots hit. Hello there, princess. You were in a pretty deep sleep there.
Lupin. Am I still dreaming?
Hey, I'm not any figment of your imagination. As you can see, I'm very much alive and well. Thank you for reaching out to me.
I just heard your voice, and I wanted to touch you.
Huh, I'm honored. I'm sorry for taking so long. Unworthy as I am, Arsene Lupin has come so far to take back my beloved princess who had been stolen from me. My beloved, I will never let you go.
Yes. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for you, Lupin. He lands gracefully and gently lowers me to the floor. His agility and grace are exactly as I remember. He doesn't appear to even be hurt at all. Lupin, didn't you get shot?
Escapism and trickery are my fortes. Didn't I tell you that? The secret to that trick relies on Impy's special, super thin bulletproof vest.
Oh, come on, what about all the blood? A bulletproof vest.
Yup, it comes complete with spurting. Oh god, spurting fake blood. Oh, come on, seriously? That's just a little too much, and all the shots were in the vest. Finis didn't think to shoot him in the head at all. The impact knocked me out, and it's nothing.
I let myself feel relief for a moment, but I see my own hair out of the corner of my eye as I nod, and recent events snap back to my attention. Lupin, don't come near me. Run! If you stay, my poison will kill you.
Hold on there. Calm down. Look carefully. You are not melting or in pain. If your poison started going into super overdrive already, we'd all be dead by now.
Oh, but how?
I'll explain all that, of course, but you've really changed your hair in the short time we've been apart, haven't you? I liked the original color, but this looks good on you too.
You're lying. That can't be true. This unnatural color is only more proof that I've become a monster.
I like it either way. Really? It's more attractive to me than any gem out there. You're beautiful. You're not a monster. You're the greatest treasure I could ask for.
Oh, thank you.
Now, it would have been great if we could just end all of this on a romantic note. But I guess that's not going to be possible with the enemy right next to us.
That's right. I got carried away and completely forgot where we were.
I applaud your skill, Arsene Lupin. You live up to your reputation. I apologize for calling you a petty thief. Why, thank you. Your praise doesn't really mean much to me, though. Were you acting in secret, without revealing to her that you were still alive? When would he have possibly had the chance to do that? All so that you could bring her back from her monstrous state. Bullseye. It wasn't easy. It was a true test of my resolve to keep myself from rushing forward a number of times. Really, so he's been around.
What are you talking about?
It's simple. The Philosopher's Stone, or Horologium, essentially releases poison proportionally to the energy it produces. So, the opposite would be true as well. If Isaac wants to take all the power out of the Philosopher's Stone, then that's fine. Let him take as much as he wants. All you need for yourself is just a little bit of power, enough to stay alive.
Oh.
That was quite a gamble. If you had been off on your timing, even by a little bit, she may have lost her life. Maybe, but it was the most promising bet I had if I was going to keep living with her.
But the Philosopher's Stone makes endless energy. It's going to build up, and I'll just become a monster again.
You don't need to worry about that.
Surprisingly, the one who addresses that concern is Isaac.
The energy-producing function is mostly under my control now. What remains in your body is just the amount of poison that you'd originally had, even less perhaps. And the poison that still remains within you will be exhausted after a few uses. I was actually hoping to get the level of poison in your body down to 0. Not everything works out the way you want it to. That's just the way of the world, little thief. As of now, my ambitions have been achieved.
No. This is no time to celebrate. If Isaac does have the power of the Philosopher's Stone in his grasp, then he can finally set his plans into motion.
From this moment forth, I shall take the place of God and ignite a war on a scale that the world has never seen. In this battle, humanity will benefit from an accelerated evolution that will raise them to the heavens. Bear witness, for Code Realize has been accomplished.
That doesn't sound good. His main body begins to shine brightly as he speaks. The first cries of this newly born god only fill me with fear. Lupin, you can't let him...
God, eh? It certainly sounds impressive. With all due respect, Mr. Beckford, it looks like your infinite knowledge has given you a hefty dose of arrogance, too. Your lofty goals have blinded you to the reality of things, and that will be your downfall. What? Cardia, hold on tight to me.
I don't know what he intends to do now, but... Alright. I'm going to trust him. I don't feel even a sliver of doubt. Because the chances of Arsene Lupin failing are...
Watch closely. I'm going to put on a once-in-a-lifetime show for you.
Always 0.
Oh.
He snaps his fingers loud and clear, and a blast of explosive flames ignite. The explosions go off in a number of places around the room.
Stay close, Cardia. Otherwise you'll be blown away.
Alright. The flames burst forth in massive blossoms of fire that consume the entire room. In a matter of seconds, pillars of flame are lighting up the dim room. The wires, which are Isaac's weapons, are scattered about as well. The main focus of the explosions, however, is...
What is this?
Isaac's main body. Perhaps it's because of the damage he's taken, but Isaac seems unable to control his body very well.
Arsene Lupin, what have you done? Oh, nothing much. I just prepared a gift for you, since I'm taking your daughter's hand. Consider it an explosive dowry, my dear father-in-law. Impossible. Such a pathetic trick. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed this. That's why I said you become blind to the reality of things.
With this cynical remark, Lupin takes a spare bomb from under his coat. But it's unlike any other bomb that I've ever seen. It looks like a lump of soil wrapped in burlap.
There's nothing mechanical about this bomb. It's just a lump of gunpowder with an ignition agent. It's a relic from times past, a method long forgotten. But that's why you weren't able to detect it. You're so completely reliant on machines. How could I miss something like that? Admit it, Isaac. You've lost the ability to think like a human. You cast it out to be a god in a machine. How dare you? Do you even comprehend? You are about to ruin the formation of a grand new world. Luckily for me, I'm old enough to walk on my own, without needing a god to hold my hand every step of the way. I'll be walking on my own 2 feet, thanks. With her.
Isaac, I agree with Lupin. I might be foolish, but the happiness you lost, you were human when it came to you, weren't you? So, I think it's a mistake to reject it all.
Why, you...
Isaac's murderous glare doesn't faze Lupin. Lupin doesn't look away. He just looks a little bit saddened.
Let's end this, Isaac. Ah, teacher, this will bring us some closure.
Several blasts of heat and sound shake the entire chamber. The creaking of the collapsing globe sounds like an animal in mortal agony.
This can't be happening. Not like this.
Finis's body, which had been under Isaac's command, falls to the floor. He's probably lost the ability to control it from his main body, but the burning wires start moving towards us. Neither Lupin nor I try to run. He won't last long. We can both sense this somehow.
You can't stop me. Science, progress. The dead will rise. Family together, never separated again.
Ah, so that's what it was. His true objective wasn't the evolution of humanity. It was a miracle that not even a man of his intellect had been able to accomplish. Raising the dead. All he ever really wanted was to have his family back.
Together, again. Smiling, happy, loving.
The wire stopped just short of reaching us. Isaac. His main body is silent, unmoving. I tried to say something, but I can't find the words. I tightly hold onto Lupin's coat, trying to hold back the feelings that are about to overwhelm me.
He just wants to see his loved ones again, huh? And that would have been much easier for us to understand, Isaac.
Okay, and I know this is a horrible, horrible place to stop with everything coming down around us and Isaac just being killed, but I had the feeling that as with the other endings where you get all of this nice, wrapping up to do, we're gonna end up with a lot of stuff to read probably after this still, so we're gonna have to catch that in the next episode. But anyway, just be happy that Lupin's back and alive and not all full of holes. So, I hope to see you in my future videos, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.